stuck in a network? Because there aren't any. So don't wait. Call now to request your free decision guide and find the AARP Medicare supplement plan that works for you. There's a range to choose from, depending on your needs and your budget. Rates are competitive. And they're the only plans of their kind endorsed by AARP. Like any of these types of plans, they let you apply whenever you want. There's no enrollment window, no waiting to apply. So call now. Remember, Medicare supplement plans help cover some of what Medicare doesn't pay. You'll be able to choose any doctor or hospital that accepts Medicare patients. Whether you're on Medicare now or turning 65 soon, it's a good time to get your ducks in a row. Call to request your free decision guide now, because the time to think about tomorrow is today.
Welcome back to Fox and Friends. First, we may be learning the real reason fixer-upper stars Chip and Joanna Gaines are leaving HGTV.
High five.
Be careful. Hello, watch out. Next time, use the horn when it's falling down.
Well, the Gaineses claimed that they were leaving their hit show after 5 seasons because they needed a break. But Page 6 is reporting that it's really over the network's horrible contracts and that they are hoping to land a bigger deal somewhere else. A spokesperson for the Gaines have denied this report. I love their show. And Tanya Harding, remember that name? Well, she could be planning a comeback, apparently. The New York Post reporting that the former Olympic figure skater is secretly training for a surprise performance to promote the release of the movie I, Tanya. The film follows Harding's rise to stardom and then, of course, the downfall after the attack on her rival, Nancy Kerrigan. Actress Margot Robbie will play the Olympic skater. Wow. The movie comes out December 8th. Interesting. Oh, well, remember when a laid-off coal worker had this to say to Hillary Clinton?
When you make comments like, we're going to put a lot of coal miners out of jobs, these are the kind of people that you're affecting. This is my family. And while my hope is in God, that's my future. I just want to know how you can say you're going to put a lot of coal miners out of jobs and then come in here and tell us how you're going to be our friend.
Wow. Putting it to her. Well, yesterday, President Trump kept another campaign promise to end the war on the coal and the coal miners and help American families like Bo Copley's. And he joins us now live. Thank you so much for joining us very early this morning.
Thank you for having me, Heather.
So,
I appreciate it.
I love watching that piece there where you were confronting Hillary Clinton. I know you talked about this before, but I have to ask you, what was that like her reaction to you, her face when you were saying that to her?
Well, it was just kind of a surreal moment for me. I really never thought I'd be in that kind of situation and have that kind of opportunity. And, you know, she did feel, to me, genuine in her response, and okay. I was grateful for that.
Well, good for you. And 3 days after that, you went to a Trump rally?
Yes, he was in Charleston, West Virginia 3 days later, and we got an opportunity to be there. And we didn't want to be on camera, but they asked if they could recognize us for what happened, you know, earlier with her, and we actually got a standing ovation that was very humbling, very moving, and something that I'll never forget.
Well, so what's happening now? He's keeping that campaign promise with CPP. You can speak to us personally. How does this impact your family? How will this impact the coal industry? Why does it matter?
Well, for us, it proves to us that Donald Trump is going to do the things that he promised he would do. You know, a lot of people said that he used our state in particular like a patsy, that he made promises that he wasn't going to keep. But obviously, he is trying to hold up on the promises that he made people like the people of West Virginia. And if you haven't lived here and you've not been in the industry or seen the way that the coal industry affects our everyday lives the way that we have, you're not going to understand it. But, you know, we basically had an administration that came in before and took away our main source of income for just about the majority of our state. and then turned around and put things like CPP that raised our utilities as well. So not only did you take our jobs away from us, but you raised the cost of living for us as well.
Yeah. So what difference will this make, and how soon do you think you'll see and feel the difference there with the coal miners that you know and you? Well,
hopefully what we'll see is a drastic decrease in the way that our utilities have gone up here. And I think that's just going to help everyday living for the people in this state. And, you know, slowly but surely we're starting to see our product back out on the highways. We're starting to follow 18-wheelers that are carrying it. We're starting to get stuck behind trains that, you know, little nuisances that we used to get a little aggravated about, but it's become a welcome sight again to be stopped on our daily travels, knowing that we're seeing our livelihood moving down the line again.
Yeah, you know, and do you think that there's just this big disconnect? You were talking about people not really thinking about how it's impacting jobs and people's lives and their families there, because you have the other side of it. And we had this just a moment ago, the Sierra Club director, for one, who talks about how this will ruin the environment, it will ruin public health, the climate, and the safety of every community in the United States. What do you say when someone has that argument?
Well, you know, we know there are ramifications to everything that we do here, but we also know that for us to have a future, we have to have a present. And we do things a lot differently now. Our clean coal technology is a lot better than what it once was. I think I heard EPA Administrator Pruitt say yesterday that we have cut our carbon emissions 65% from what they were, I think, in 1994 without government involvement, and that's a huge reduction in our CO2 emissions. And you know, we do have better technology than what we had in previous years, and if we're given the right opportunity, I think we can move forward in a clean way.
You know what? I think you can too. I love West Virginia. Beautiful country out there. Where are you in West Virginia? I was just in Huntington.
I'm in Del Barton. It's roughly about an hour and 45 minutes from Huntington.
All right. Well, thank you so much again for joining us this morning. Really appreciate it, Bo.
Thank you for having me, Heather. I appreciate it.
A lot of people looking up to him. Well, coming up, the video is hard to watch. A little girl gets off the school bus and nearly gets hit by a car. Wait until you hear about the one simple thing that saved her life. And why are some in Hollywood so quiet about the Harvey Weinstein scandal? Jackie Banez, hello. She's tracking your comments for you right now and sharing some of them coming up.
Do you use catheter?